Welcome back to another Kenshi episode. We're making our way through Okran's Shield and into the rest of Civilization proper here. I think I'm going to have us go right into this valley inside of the Holy Nation territory to kind of get our bearings and see what's around. We still have 6,000 cats to work with, and now we need to start thinking about how to make some money long term. I don't really think... Now remember, we still have one arm. So one of the big things that we need to do is find ourselves an extra arm. Wow, that was slightly dangerous lightning. Let's hope that doesn't hit us right on the head. So we need to get ourselves up to another arm, just for convenience's sake, just for us to be able to do anything in the world. And we need to find a good source of income, whether that's going to be hunting animals or trying to be scavengers or doing some trading. It kind of depends on what we see. So as you start coming into this valley, I see that there is a holy farm here. The holy farm is kind of a small outpost where citizens of the Holy Nation are hanging out and doing their work, their holy divine work, which is farming, apparently. You can, in fact, go to visit one of these holy farms and buy goods from them. You can also buy pack animals as well as more bone dogs. So, although I'm really tempted to continue with the idea of having a Let's Play with nothing but pack animals and bone dogs, I think I'm going to skip that for the moment. Maybe we'll come back to it down the road. I really think that's a fun idea. But we're doing okay health-wise. We do have a good amount of supplies in terms of food. We might need to kill some animals soon so that Diana can have some raw meat to eat. We can come up here and visit this little group of citizens and see what they've got. I think they're sleeping because it's dawn is breaking right now. So let's see if we can wait till they wake up. Well, it's already 5, so I just want to come in and say hi. Is that such a bad thing? And if you see, I'll just show you a little bit about the base here. They've got 2 main buildings here. Residential, small, an L house and a storm house. This is the type of building it is. And this is how they run their power. They have a wind generator. So this is powering enough to probably run... I don't actually know if they need anything that requires power at this kind of a place. Maybe it's more for aesthetic purposes. They also have some large cotton farms and wheat and maybe some veggies somewhere. Did I see veggies anywhere? I don't think I did. The neat thing about these farms... When you start to build your base, you need to unlock different types of farming. Now, you do start out with a vegetable farm. You know how to make vegetable farms, but you need at least 10 green fruit to make that happen. That you need to plant the green fruit and have it grow. When you're looking at the tech tree, though, under farming, say I wanted to start growing wheat straw. Well, you need 2 wheat straw and 2 books. You can get the wheat straw from places like this in these little farms. So if you ever are in need of vegetables or fruits or something in order to start your farm, I would always check at these little outposts here because they normally have quite a few goods available and you don't have to run all the way to a city, and normally these are pretty close. All right, well, we've waited long enough. You guys aren't awake yet, so... Oh, maybe they're in this building. I spoke too quickly. Okay, they're all hanging out up here. So who is the leader? You're the leader of this holy farm. Let's take a look at what you've got. What do you have to trade? So you've got 14 cotton, you've got some wheat straw, and some green fruit. You also have the backpacks for the bulls. So if I were to look at your animals for sale, I could actually buy a bull and then put a backpack on it, although I can't really afford any of the bulls here because they're over 6,000 cats. Except for this one here. But we don't need a bull right now. We don't have any need to carry a large amount of wares because we can't even afford a large amount of wares yet. But maybe that could be a thing down the road. If we did that, though, we would have to do 2 things. We would either have to trade very close by because we do not have the infrastructure right now. We don't have, by infrastructure, I guess I mean support. We don't have a squad to escort us. We're just here on our own, right? So we don't have really the ability to walk across the world with just us and a bull and defend it. So we could trade maybe between 2 small areas that are very close together in a nice, safe zone. But, yeah, I don't think we were really going to be able to do that option. This is Eric from the Drifters faction, just kind of hanging out. I can't talk to him, so I guess there's nothing much to say. We have discovered Blister Hill, which is a large city up on the hillside here. This is going to be one of the first, or the first, large Holy Nation city we come to. And we'll see what they've got available. I think I do want to look for, of course, the prosthetic arm, which I'm not sure if they have these or not. And also see if there's any good trade goods to get. Maybe there's something that's really underpriced, so we could pick something up there. And I also want to look at maybe getting a backpack. This is a group of river raptors. Now, river raptors used to be incredibly strong. I think they've nerfed them a bit before this 1.0 release. They're actually much more manageable now. But they can quickly overwhelm your group. So I normally don't fight them unless I have the numerical advantage or I'm helping out an allied party. By allied, I guess I just mean neutral. We're not allied with the Holy Nation or anything, but they do, they don't aggress us. So to me, I consider them an ally. You can still play as a scavenger because these river raptors will try to come into the city every so often, and the guards hate it. We could even, I'm not really going to do this too often, but just for fun to show you, we could try to attack this group, and you'll see that they pull everyone off to the side here, and then the guards will come out and try to fight them. I don't do that too often. I just let the natural world do its thing, and you tend to find that there's plenty of these interactions that happen on their own. So, different groups battling it out, different groups trying to get, getting a little bit too close to a city. But we could wind up, killing the river raptors and harvesting their leather. That might be a nice way to make some money as well, just to have enough money to build up our squad. So maybe we go on, we keep buying enough people, hiring enough people, I shouldn't say buying, we're not buying slaves, but we hire enough people to be able to fight small groups of river raptors. That could be an option too. But that would take a little bit of time. I might, in that case, I'd probably fast forward the video a little bit just to make some money for us to do that. Let's see. We're in Holy Nation territory, so I want to do a couple of things. I want to sell this leather that I just picked up. I'm also going to buy the Holy Flame. This is their book in this area. I don't think anyone's going to yell at us and try to check our inventory to see if we have it. But, I've heard some stories. I heard that these folks here can be pretty aggressive with their religion. So I'm just going to have a book so I can be like, hey, look, I have the Holy Flame of Okran. I am a very devout Okranite. I don't know what you'd call them. So, maybe they'll leave us alone. Let's take a look at this adventure store. I want to see if they have any backpacks. Okay, what do you have, my friend? You've got a bunch of different backpacks. Ooh, you've got these shoes. I love these shoes. These are wooden sandals that actually increase your athletics effect. They make you a little bit faster. So I'm going to grab these cheap wooden sandals. They've got a couple of random maps, some first aid stuff. Trader's backpack. Trader's backpack lets you stack similar trade goods on top of each other. I think it's up to a stack of 4. Or maybe 9. It depends on, I think it depends on the item. But this basically lets you have people carry more than they normally would be able to. I think a small backpack does not stack. It only lets you carry more items. And I almost want to pick this up. I think I will, because we're just going along by ourselves right now. We don't have a lot of people to share the burden. It's only going to cost 1,000 cats. And it doesn't really reduce my athletics, which is I need to be able to run from people. So I'm going to grab the backpack. Let's see who else is here in the town in terms of stores. So we've got another trader over here, a cloth trader, or shirt trader rather, a weapon dealer. Let's look at the trades good. I don't seem to recall ever seeing, and it's funny because I've never really had to look for a prosthetic limb. So I've never really remember. I don't remember where the limbs might actually be. We have a couple of extra 1,000 cats lying around. Let's see if we can recruit someone. Let's head into the bar. This is where you will find random recruits. Everyone's wearing the same uniform, and I think that's all part of the Traders Guild. So in this bar, and this is the guard of the bar. So I don't think there's anyone to recruit here. Where is another bar? There should be a couple. There's one behind us somewhere, right there, right across the street. Diana, sadly, I don't think can come into buildings. Maybe she can. She's so tiny. Oh, she can. How cute. Well, I don't want to get her in trouble. Here we've got, this looks like the Thieves Guild. Yep, some shinobi thieves. You look like you're someone who doesn't fit in terms of the uniform, so maybe you're for hire. You're Gecko of the Drifters. Yeah, the Holy Nation does not like women at all. Okay, so you're only going to cost us 3,000 cats. That's like the base price for most of the generic recruits that you can find in the game. So I'm going to hire her. I'm going to rename her to Jade. And I think she looks pretty badass enough as is. So we'll leave her as is. We're just going to rename her something else. And we'll confirm it. I do like that when you hire someone, you can suddenly change their entire body shape. But hey, whatever. Suspension of disbelief here. Okay. We have a new recruit. Let's take a look at Jade's stats. Wow, she's really fast. She's got 18 run speed plus 1. I'm at 19. I think we're actually running... Oh, you see how the setting is different. If I hit Tobel, the setting is to match speed, but hers is not. So we'd have to reset this for everyone to stay at the same pace. But Jade's really fast. She has a kind of a crappy looking katana. It almost looks like it's a little bit rusted. And in fact, if you look on the right side at the bottom, that model number tells you the quality of the sword. So this is like junk level quality. This is like a starter blade. It'll do some damage, no doubt, but it's not going to be anything spectacular in a fight. Oh, look, someone is fighting all these river raptors. I'm never one to shirk at profits either. So I think I'm going to do the due diligence of picking up after our noble band of warriors here, because that's like 200 cats, right? That's 200 cats for each piece of leather. I wish, now there is a way to make a job for this. I can shift right click and you get the foraging animals job. However, without somewhere to drop all the stuff off, your character will just sit here being confused. So like if I had a leather bin, a leather storage bin, then they would go ahead and try to pick up all the leather and drop it off somewhere. So I will loot these guys real quick, and if I come across more groups like this, I'll probably just go ahead and skim through it. That way you don't have to sit here watching me loot, like, 11 different animals. But again, when you're starting the game out, consider yourself a scavenger, unless you start out as like a trader. But you have to do whatever you can do in order to make a profit in this game. So for me, that happens to be getting a bunch of river raptor leather. We'll send Jay to pick up the rest of the leather here. And then I think I'll just skip ahead and I'll sell all of this leather. And I'll kind of tell you what our final profit is on that. And again, it's just one of those things, like the game is hard enough as it is. So any free and available profits, I generally jump at. Okay, we'll take a quick break here and I'll come right back after we've sold. Okay, and we're back after doing a bit of a sale there. And we made a good profit off that. We wound up starting with, I think we were around 2,500 cats, and we came out of that with 6,000 cats. So that's quite a large profit. So attacking animals or scavenging animals is definitely a profitable enterprise. However, it's not exactly the most fun thing to do in the game. So I won't do that too often, but if we do run across a big batch of dead animals, or maybe a group of guards fighting the animals, I will take advantage of that and go scavenge those animal parts, because I think that's pretty realistic, right? If you're a scavenger, you're going to harvest what you can and make use of it and sell it, while the guards might not care because they're just, clearing up some aggressive local wildlife. So I'm taking this road out of the recent town, Blister Hill, that we were just in, and we're kind of parallel to this really nice river valley. This is actually one of my favorite places to build a base, right over here, because the area is incredibly flat. I'll just take you down there anyways for fun. The area is incredibly flat, and I personally love building on a really nice stretch of flat land. However, the area here is really, really easy, I would say, because it's in Holy Nation land. Really, the only thing you have to worry about are some roving bands of river raptors. They will come after your crops and try to eat your crops. And then, of course, you also have some raids that can happen on your city. I won't get into raids too much because I think that's something that we need to discover together. But be aware that that is a threat even when you're in a nice, safe area. But if we're looking at this little section of land here, look how flat that is. If we take a building here from the build menu and try to put it down, that's insanely flat. We don't have to worry about, you know, building on a hillside. We don't have to worry about anything. So I love to use this as a starter location. I don't know if I'm going to use it this playthrough or not because I've done it a couple times now. It's pretty easy, so it might be useful if you've never played the game before. But I am doing a kind of a building tutorial, like building your city tutorial, and I do use this location for that. So I might try something different just to kind of spice things up a bit. Here's a couple traders, it looks like. Caravan, guard, Holy Nation caravan coming through. Oh, what do you have for sale? What you got? What you got? What you got? Let me pause so that he doesn't walk away from us. He does have some books on him, some first aid kits, and some electronics, but those electronics are overpriced. If you see the price markup, 106 means he's 6% above the average. Okay, nothing else really, and we still have plenty of food, so I'm not too worried about any of that. So we'll head up back here to the road. This is that road that snaked away from Blister Hill. And we did pass a Holy Nation farm up here, so that's another group of citizens that are just doing their thing and trying to make a living. Well, since we wound up getting another couple thousand cats, I might think about starting to do a heavy recruitment drive. And once we have some recruits, I think I'm going to try to do hunt some animals, come back and hunt some of these river raptors, because that would be a great way to get our skills up and also to make a good bit of money. I think I'll also cover some of the combat a little bit and some of the damage and how you can heal yourself, although I did make a video about that, but I will include it here in the Let's Play. Crap, I ran right into a bone dog area. How many are there? Is it just one bone dog? Can I even fight one bone dog? That is such a tough beast. Diana's not going to make it. Maybe I can try to aggro this thing away from Diana. Okay, so I've got the aggro now. See how I am holding my sword one-handed? So I definitely can fight one-handed. Oh, you got hit in the leg, which sucks. That means it's going to be harder for you to run away. Oh, and there's such a long animation of being stunned. Alright, we did get away. I don't know if it's going to stay on me. I'm going to... Okay, it actually did turn around. So even in this nice, holy, you know, safe zone, there's definitely some things to be aware of. Here's some hungry bandits up ahead, too. So we don't want to run into them just yet. I'll stop at the crossroads and heal everybody up here. Maybe before the crossroads so that we don't trigger the bandit group. And because Tobel has the medic ability, or the medic job, he is actually stopping to patch everybody up. So he's patching. Now again, the red indicates some type of like a cut, okay, or a bite. So I've been bitten and it's getting worse. This little pip here, this symbol means that it's basically getting worse over time. If it doesn't get patched up, it will get worse. So you always want to have someone patch those as soon as you can. Now that they're all patched up, though, our characters will start to heal over time. Again, it's a very slow rate if they're just walking and sitting still. So you want to normally have them rest in a bed or on a sleeping bag or something like that to boost up how fast you recover. Okay, so I think we've made it over to the next Holy Nation city over here, which is Stack. Yep. That symbol on the map, by the way, this told us that there is a nest right along the road here. So I think I saw a bone dog. And sometimes they're just sleeping, so you got to be careful. They look like little lumps of dirt on the ground. So you do have to be careful about running into a full nest. Okay, here they are right here. So we'll take a wide berth around them. I do not want to fight a group. I would rather fight a group of bandits, I think, than a group of bone dogs. They hurt. If you look at the stats, is this an adult? Okay, so the adult is at 133 per body part. They have 10 strength, 14 dex, a good amount of attack and damage, or attack and defense skills. So they're pretty beastly. They are a beastly beast, and they can definitely hurt. I'd love for our pup to get that way, but it has to survive. It has to survive for a while first, and it does age. I don't think it can die of old age. I think it just achieves the age of like elder after a while, and it winds up being pretty tough because it's got that old man rage, that old man or woman rage. So, okay, so here's an interesting interaction here. The gate guards are actually asking to check our gear. We can try to bribe him. I think I'm just going to show him our gear because we don't have anything illegal. You're clear to go. Go. All right, we've made it into our little city here. One thing that I did cover in the building a base tutorial was setting up a research outpost inside of an existing city. And this is the city I showed the example, but right here, if you see that this building actually is for sale for 1,500 cats. This building is for sale over here, though, for 4,000, and it's not destroyed. If I were to buy this, I would have to repair it with some building materials, but I could then put a research bench in the city, inside the building, and do research nice and safe inside of this existing city with guards and power and everything. So that's one of my favorite ways to start. When I start to expand my faction and I'm starting to look at going out into the world and making a base, I almost always start inside of another city because there's a lot of research that you need to start with, and I don't like to start a base without walls, and I don't like to start a base with very little technology research. So what I do is I normally hire a scientist to start doing research, and then I go out and continue to explore the world. We are in a bar. I think I see one person here. Hey, there's one person here. You're an engineer, okay? 6,000 cats for an engineer. We don't really need one. And honestly, it's not hard to get the engineering up. You just make someone your engineer, and they'll build up everything in your base. So I don't think we need to hire an engineer exclusively. By the way, the stores do close sometimes at night. I don't know why this store is open, because normally they close and go to bed up here on top of their... Actually, he does look like he's asleep. Ooh, did somebody forget to shut the door? So you can, in fact, be a thief and kind of cruise around inside the building. You can try to pick the lock on the big chest back here. But I don't want to do that because I've done that in almost all of my Let's Plays or playthroughs of this game. Well, not recently, but it used to be a very popular method of getting your initial money up because it's very easy to sneak around. Now it's not as much. It's a little bit harder to sneak around and steal things. So it's probably not as lucrative as it used to be, but I assume if you build up your skills far enough, you're pretty much able to dodge anyone and get away with your thievery. So you could, in fact, sneak into a building, steal all their goods right out of their chest and then go sell it to a fence or something. I do like the idea of playing a thief, though. I think it's very challenging this time around. Inu, your little sister was burned to death. Oh, that's rough. Well, sounds good. I'm sorry about your story, but we're going to hire you because we need people. All right, so let's rename you. Let's rename you Alice. That sounds good. And you look fine, as is. We could even mess with any of their stances. If we want to make like a military group, we could have everyone stand at attention when they're in their neutral position, or we could have them squat down creepily like Gollum. But we'll leave you as you were. All right, Alice, welcome to the party. What do you have with you, and what do you bring to the table? You have nothing. You are completely unskilled at life, but you do have a big, huge horse chopper. Probably can't even use it because it is a hard weapon to use without any strength or attack or defense. Whether the character is male or female does not matter in the game in terms of using items. Now, some, like the Holy Nation, some factions don't react as kindly to women as others do. So if you do have some women in your party, you might have some troubles. Okay, Hep. Are you a doctor? Rub sand in the wound. That sounds like you are an excellent doctor. 6,000 cats. Sorry about that. I can't afford you at this moment. Rin, what do you wanting to do? Awesome. That's another recruit. You're You're a little... Why don't you relax a bit? Yeah, there we go. A little bit more relaxed posture. Rin, we'll go ahead and leave you as Rin. And just like that, we've blown all of our money. But now we have a decent-sized squad. We've got Jade, Alice, Rin. We've got ourselves. And then Diana, our loving companion, who is a little tiny pup. But will come someday form the powerhouse of our faction. It'll be the faction of Diana. I'm going to reset everyone to the shadow mode so that they all move as slowly as the slowest person, which is probably still Diana right now. Run speed of 16, 16, 9. Yep, so Diana's still the one that's slowing us down. Now what we could do is we could leave her or transfer her to a different squad and just have her run between locations. Like we could basically click on the map and have her run between here and there. I don't like to do this because it's dangerous when you're not watching that character. They could get ambushed by kind of a pack of animals or a pack of something or other, NPCs or whatever it happens to be. So I don't think I want to do that right off the bat. I think that's a bit too dangerous for our friend here. So what else can we do? We've got a... Well, come on. Why are you attacking us right now? All right, we're going to have this group run right back to the gates. Oh, there's a bunch of guards. Hey, let's all join in the fight. Let's all join in, except for Diana. I don't know if Diana wants to fight. She might get like one shot and get hit, but we'll have her attack. We're going to help our neutral party here and just join in the fight. Really, if you do see a battle going on and it's a bunch of guards fighting some NPCs or something, you can jump in. If it's basically an evil faction, not evil per se, but if it's a faction that so if this is the city of the Holy Nation and they don't like bone dogs. So if I start attacking bone dogs, well, they don't care. So it's an easy way to get a couple of extra points in your skills. But it's getting your skills up through combat is a very long and slow process. There are ways to train that and to make them better. And I will absolutely cover those later on in a couple different videos. But for the moment, we'll take what we can get, right? We're just a little group of people, all with our own problems and drama, it sounds like. Heck, I'm missing an arm. So let's continue moving south here. We were up here, so let's move south into this reddish-looking area and see what awaits us. I think we're doing okay. We're broke now that we wound up hiring these new people. And they're not exactly very skilled, right? They don't have a lot of things that they bring to the table. But I think this is you're forming the basis of the rest of your squad. So I think it's important to start getting them early. Oh, is this acid rain? It doesn't look like it. All right, so we've come to Vane, and we just discovered a Hive village. So Hive are a race of bug-like... Well, they're not really bug-like. They do have, arms and legs. They do have... they're bipedal. So they're human-like, but they have completely different social structure and stats and kind of a different face. I'm really nervous because in Vane, inside of the territory of Vane, there is a gorilla creature and kind of this terrifying giraffe creature. I don't see one really close nearby. So I'm going to make the run for this village. And if we get to this village in time, we should be safe from any attacks, relatively. Oh, you know what we could wind up doing? We could wind up trying to outfit all of our squads with crossbows. Or all of our squad members with crossbows. We could be, because, for the most part, we lean on other races and other cities to fight our battles for us right now because we're pretty weak. But that still would be a kind of a fun thing to do. Like, what if, we're getting attacked from far away, right? They're coming this way. What if we shoot them all and get at least 2 good shots in before the fight even starts? That would be a pretty effective way to do things. That's crazy music. Okay, so they do have shops here. They live in these hives. I think if we send somebody in one of the hives, I don't think they get too pissed off. We'll see. So you can see they all live real close together, so they're kind of a communal race. They're bipedal, but they have a crazy head. Yeah, your peripheral vision must be rough. And they have different... It's like a caste-based system, so they have different... they have worker drones, soldier drones, and then I think they have, like, princes. Oh, there's a gorilla, by the way. That's a gorilla. Yeah. A gorilla, it's wounded. Ooh, maybe we can get a cheap free kill off of it. How tough is it? God, 46 attack. Look at that. 217 on the stats themselves. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. I wonder if we can... I want to kind of kite him over to this group of drones to just get rid of him. Let's attack him. The game is really weird about enemy AI. Like, all I did there was right-click and hold and then attack, and instantly this character knew that I was fighting him, basically. So we'll bring him to the bunch of drones here, see if the drones want to have fun with him at all. Hey, 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 calm down, calm down, calm down. All I want you to do is just fight my my new drone friends here. Oh, gosh. Okay, here come the soldier drones out. I mean, do we want to help fight this? We're pretty safe, right? One thing I didn't really cover yet, whenever you're having pretty big battles like this, you always want to try to have someone who you can pull back away from the fight in order to pick anyone up that's been knocked down. So if a lot of our people start getting hit here, like Alice just took a hit in the arm, I would, be really cautious. And if our people started going down, I would probably pull Tobel away or someone else because they could use the first aid kits to heal everyone up. But it's not a bad idea to get beat up every so often, because as you get hit, and we'll take a look now before we really start the combat, you can see that our toughness stat is at 1 on quite a few of these people. So getting hit and taking damage increases your toughness skill. As you get higher toughness rating... Are you all leaving this fight right now? Okay, they're all still here. As you get a higher toughness rating, you will get other stats off of that increase. So you'll have a higher KO point, a more damage resistance. Your wounds won't get as severe as quickly. And we'll cover all that in depth later on. By the way, the red banner here indicates that we're in combat right now. It's kind of this triple line. So everyone is a little bit damaged, but no one's in super bad shape. So we've killed the Grillo. Let's see what we can loot off it. Ooh, 6 leather. That is not bad. Wow, that could be a really fun way to play through the game. We could try to get weapons that do more damage against Grillos. There's actually, I think the Naganatas do increased damage against either Grillos or large animals. I can't remember. I thought there was a weapon that does do improved damage versus Grillos specifically. But we'll take a look at that in a bit. I'm going to bring the entire squad into this area here. And we'll probably start healing up while we're inside shopping. I'll have, who's not injured is bad. We'll have Jade come talk to the trader here. Show me what you got. You've got some new stuff. You have some plated leather pants. Those are kind of neat. They do reduce your athletics, dodge, and stealth. But they do cover more of your legs with better armor. You've got some books to trade, some Hive. These are Hiver-specific pieces of clothing, I think. Some rice weed, which we've not seen before, and a bunch of blueprints. Now, blueprints are used to... Oh, polearms, I think, are what do increase damage to animals, by the way. It's just a generic polearm. By the way, while the trader screen is open, if you wanted to... we initiated the trade with Jade, but if we want someone else to take over to trade with the trader, we can just select them, and the trader box will stay open. So I'm going to trade all this leather we just got to get us some money. And we're back up to at least 1,000, so that's something. Do we have another shop over here? Were there two? There is one over there. Oh, there's a crossbow shop. Nice. I think I'm going to go take a look at the crossbow shop. I mean, granted, I can't use a crossbow, but that does not mean our squad can't use a crossbow. Oh, it's a robotic store. Is this where we can find our prosthetic arm? Are the days of waving around our one hand over? I don't need repairs. Show me your goods. Oh, we've got everything. We've got arms. We've got legs. How much is it going to cost us? It's not even that expensive. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we're missing what? Oh, this is the day. We're missing our... Well, I can't tell because that's really weird. Our left arm. Okay. Our left arm. We need we need an arm. What about these different quality levels? Economy arm. These are all economy arm. I think this is just like you're able to do stuff again. But you do... So look at the stats there. You do have reduction in those stats because you're using a mechanical arm. So there's very heavy penalties to fine motor skills, so lockpicking and thievery. We have a small reduction to crossbows, and the crappier the quality, the more of a penalty you get. So what about a higher quality? This is a high quality arm. This would cost 1,500 cats, which we can't afford, but we might be able to sell some things. I actually could sell this to pump us over that limit. So this is a high. We have a negative 22 to crossbows. We have a dexterity penalty, but we don't have a strength penalty, so we can still hit people and hurt them. Okay, there's anything... Ooh, specialist. This is even higher, but this costs 2,400. And it has a negative 16%. So this is close to almost being a working arm. And I think there's different levels overall. Like, this says economy arm. I think there are actual, like, high performance. There's different types of arms that you can have. So 2,400. We could sell this food ration pack for 600. I hate selling all of our food to get an arm, but hey, if we're going to get an arm, we may as well get the best one around. Let's sell that. Let's look for this, and I have to be careful because I don't want to pick the wrong arm. Right, so this is the left arm. So we need to find a high quality, a very high quality specialist arm. This is a specialist right arm. I'm going to be irked if you don't have a specialist left arm. Why the hatred against left-handed people? What the crap? Alright, so it looks like we might be screwed on getting a very super high quality left arm. A specialist arm, I should say. Yeah, they're only available for the right arm. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay, specialist economy arm left. It does have reduced HP, right, compared to a normal arm, but between the standard and the specialist, you do get a nice bonus. And we don't have that much reduction in crossbows and stuff like that either. Let's do it. Let's grab this arm. Oh, I'm going to do this first. I'm going to quick save in case I pick the wrong freaking arm. But I'm pretty sure it's the left. Alright, we've bought the arm. Let's go to our inventory and do limbs. I've never had a prosthesis, so this is all new to me. Do we drop this in? Is this it? That's it, and we have an adorable little arm now. I'm so excited, guys. We have a little grasper here. We are back to being able to... You know what? I'm going to celebrate by picking up Diana and carrying her around in circles here. So that's my celebration dance. She got pissed and I just dropped her down. But yeah, now we can use two-handed weapons. Our left arm actually can get damaged, I think. Instead, we have to repair it with... I think we have to repair it with a skeleton repair kit. I'm not entirely sure. But we have to repair it and treat it like a droid. God, I wonder if we can just work on becoming a total cyborg. That would be so cool. We'll have to look into that, right? So maybe we could transform ourselves into a cyborg over time. I think I'll put a cut in here, guys. This has been a really fun episode. I hope you're enjoying this Let's Play series. I will continue probably to prioritize exploration over many other things. I'm not gonna get down to the grindy parts just yet. I really want you to enjoy all the different things that Kenshi has to offer. So we're going to be continuing to explore, probably heading farther south, seeing what kind of goodies we can bring up and pick up. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any comments, please leave them below. But otherwise, I do hope to see you in the next video.